This is Victor Wembanyama, and he is one of the most hyped up young players of all time. But I'm not sure if he will ever become the GOAT. But today we are changing that by shifting Wemby's career and making him the greatest player of all time. We start our journey with Wemby playing in France, as he shocks the world not only with his height, but also for his skill, as Wemby quickly rises, becoming one of the most hyped up draft prospects of all time. Where in June of 2023, Victor Wembanyama is drafted with the number 1 pick, joining the San Antonio Spurs, where sadly, he is all alone. During the Summer League, fans get to watch Wemby ball out and begins to show glimpses of being next up in the NBA. But in order to make him the GOAT, we need to spin upgrade wheels, as it automatically gives him 99 potential. Meaning at some point in this video, he will be a 99 overall. Wemby needs to win an in-season award to gain another upgrade. And right away, he is already living up to the hype that the media has given him, dubbing him as the best rookie since LeBron James. Wemby easily wins his first award of many, and is of course the Rookie of the Year. But with the lack of his supporting cast, the Spurs missed the playoffs. Luckily, thanks to the 99 potential upgrade, Wemby rises to an 87 overall, and help is coming, as the wheel grants the Spurs access to De'Aaron Fox, meaning there's a brand new duo in San Antonio. And good things keep piling up, as we get an upgrade that helps his dribbling, bumping Wemby up to an 88 overall. All the Spurs have to do is make the playoffs for an upgrade. And this is a big season for him, as he already makes his first All-Star team, and Victor Wembanyama already looks like a future superstar in the NBA. Not only scoring on people at will, but also playing elite defense, averaging almost 25 points a game, while De'Aaron Fox balls out, putting up 21 a night, where Wemby finally gets ready for his first playoff series, facing off first LeBron James, Luka, and the Lakers. And as expected, LeBron and Luka do have far more experience and look like the much more complete team, where as expected, they take a 3-2 lead. But the Spurs won't give up without a fight late in Game 6. 3-point game, here's LeBron James. Old, but still effective, up 3-2, steps it back on Harrison Barnes, kick out Austin Reeves. That's a wide open 3, and he ties up the game. 111-111, make a wish, and subscribe to the channel to make that wish come true. Can't really find the shot, kick out to Wemby. Wemby with 8 seconds here. Wemby in the post, Jackson Hayes on him, forces it up and puts it in. He is just so unstoppable. Luka, wide open 3-pointer, misses. Vassell the rebound. Chance for the Spurs to make it a 2-possession game. Kick out to De'Aaron Fox, trying to drive in on Luka. It's not really working. Back into Wemby, pump fake, and lays it up and in. He is just so unstoppable. Doncic, 9 seconds. Trying to take it in on Fox. Great defense from De'Aaron Fox. 5 seconds on the clock. Step back mid-range is missed. Chance for the Spurs to ice the game. Fox has it. He's going to go all the way for a slam dunk. And so Wemby and the Spurs force a huge winner-go-home game. Game 7 going down to the wire. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Up 1 in Game 7. Stolen by Wemby. Here comes Victor Wembanyama out to Keldon Johnson. Great pass to Fox, and he finishes the layup. San Antonio has the lead. Luka taking it in, forcing his way all the way for a slam dunk. All right, Luka. Wemby wants it. Will he get it, though? He will. Wemby, 4-3, puts it in. 2-point lead for San Antonio. Takes it in. Step back. Behind the back. Luka. Tough shot is missed. Rebound San Antonio. They have a chance to make a pretty big upset here. Vassell into Keldon Johnson. He finishes the layup. 2-possession lead in LA. Here's Luka. Pull up 3-pointer is missed. And the Lakers are gonna foul, which means a huge upset is happening in LA as Wemby makes it to the second round. And if he wants to prove himself as a winner, he needs to get past Ant and the Timberwolves. Or once again, the Spurs are in trouble as Ant puts up ridiculous numbers, holding a small 2-1 lead. Game 4 would be his masterclass. Spurs looking to continue a Cinderella run in the playoffs. Fox taking it in on Dante DiVincenzo and misses. Naz Reid to Julius Randle. 4 seconds here. Not a lot of time left on the shot clock. Good defense from the Spurs to stop them. They need a bucket, though. Taking it in. Behind the back. Tough shot is good. Back to a 2-point lead here. Julius Randle taking it in on De'Aaron Fox. He's much bigger and stronger. Fox actually playing some good defense. A chance for San Antonio to tie it up. Kick out to De'Aaron Fox. Taking it in. Using his speed. Vassell in the corner for 3 is no good. Into DiVincenzo. Back out to Ant. Ant. Great pass to Naz Reid. Subpar defense from Wemby, and it's a 2-possession game. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Fox is the last chance for the Spurs. Pulls up a 3 and misses. And it looks like the Wolves will be going up 3-1 in this game, round 2 matchup. Whereas Minnesota heads back home, they look virtually unstoppable, balling out and taking this young and hungry Spurs team out in 5 games. Luckily, though, after a solid playoff run, the experience definitely helps Wemby a ton, rising to a 91 overall. And we, of course, have another upgrade, boosting his athletic badges, bumping him up to a 93. This year, the Spurs have to make the conference finals to gain Wemby another upgrade, where 2026 is yet another breakout season for Wemby, as he finally passes 5,000 career points and makes an All-NBA team for the first time in his career, playing Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets, where for the first time the Spurs are pretty heavy favorites in this playoff series. Him and De'Aaron Fox syncing up to near perfection as they hold a 3-2 lead, where Wemby has a chance to stop his idol late in Game 6. 2-possession game in Houston, a chance for the Spurs to take care of business in Game 6. Here's Fox. Screen comes from Vassell. De'Aaron Fox. I don't know why Wemby doesn't have the ball. He literally has Sengun on him. This should be an easy matchup. Fox, a beautiful floater. I mean, that'll do. Fred. Great defense from Fox. And he still lays it up and in. Still a 2-possession game. Lots of time here for Houston. Fox all the way to the basket. And so the Spurs are comfortably heading back to the second round. But things would not get easier with Cooper Flagg and the Mavericks waiting for him. This series would be incredibly back and forth, with no clear favorite as it remains all tied up at 2 apiece. The tie must break, though, late in Game 5. Stephon Castle driving in on Kyrie goes all the way to the basket for a 5-point lead. Is Cooper handling possessions? It looks like he's not. It's Anthony Davis. Nice little post fade, and he puts it in with ease. Screen comes. Wemby pops out. Castle back out to Wemby now. Wemby sizing up his defender. Inside, Wemby, tough bucket is missed, but he does draw the foul. A stop and a bucket might end it. Great steal from Vassell. Here's Fox with it. It's stolen by Cooper Flagg. Now it's Kyrie into PJ. Easy slam dunk. Back to a 1-possession game all of a sudden. In a battle for Texas, De'Aaron Fox takes it in, gets the lane, and puts it in. Too fast, too quick, and too skilled. Anthony Davis back to Kyrie, takes it in. Kyrie keeping the Mavericks in the game. Here's Fox all the way to the basket. All the way. They just can't stop him right now. And so the Spurs are taking a massive 3-2 lead, where with momentum on their side, there seems to be no chance at stopping Wemby, as he puts up 37 points in a huge win to reach his first conference final. Waiting for him would be the defending champs, Chet, Shea, and the Thunder. And as expected, this OKC team is battle-tested and extremely hungry to become the NBA's next dynasty, as they prove why they're the favorites and take a 3-2 lead. Spurs, though, not giving up in Game 6. While him and Wemby go all the way to the conference finals, tough mid-range is missed, though. Hartenstein grabs hold of the rebound. Keldon Johnson Vassell sets a screen. And they call an offensive 3 seconds on Wemby. Stolen by Wemby. Makes up for his turnover by getting a turnover. Driving in. De'Aaron Fox. What a defensive play from SGA. Shea takes it all the way for an easy layup. And so, unfortunately, the Thunder will be knocking out the Spurs, ending Wemby's hopes at a championship. But reaching the conference finals is no joke, as Wemby rises to a 95 overall, and the upgrades would keep coming. And this one is great, giving him +3 to his overall, meaning Wemby is now a 98 overall. But this challenge is going to be difficult. He needs to reach the finals. 2027 would be the best season of Wemby's career so far, as he continues to polish his skills, where at just 23 years old, some fans already refer to him as the best player in the world, where he looks out of this planet this year and takes home his first MVP. The Lakers standing absolutely no chance against him, as Wemby and the Spurs wiped them out in 5 games, rematching Cooper Flagg and the Dallas Mavericks, where once again it's the San Antonio Spurs who have the edge. Vic putting up a whopping 27 points a night, and after fighting hard for 6 games, it's the Spurs who have a 3-2 lead. Game 6 going down to the last minute. Spurs looking to take out the Mavericks in a battle for Texas for the second time in 2 years. Anthony Davis sets a screen. Kyrie rises and misses. That looked like a good shot. Fox now taking it in on Anthony Davis. Wemby there for the rebound. Puts it up and puts it in. In the post. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Clay. Kyrie puts up a prayer and misses. Wemby the big rebound. And so the Spurs are heading back to the Western Conference Finals. And you guessed it, they need to stop SGA and the Thunder. This time the Spurs seem to have OKC's number, and it's clear they have no real answer for Wemby as San Antonio takes a 3-2 lead. And they can reach the finals late in Game 6. Shea wants it and he gets it in the post. Inside, bodying De'Aaron Fox, puts it in with the left hand. Great shot making from SGA. Wemby on the cut, they don't find him. Wemby now gets it, but it's stolen by Hartenstein. Chance for OKC to tie up the game. Screen comes. Wallace for the lead. Misses. Wemby the rebound. Out to Stephon Castle. Fox pulls an open 3 and misses. He takes too many shots, man. Pass out to Hartenstein. Leans in for the midi and ties up the game. But Fox has it. Oh my God, it's going to be De'Aaron Fox. Give it up. Give it up. What are you doing, Fox? Why is Fox taking this shot, man? We are going to overtime. In overtime, it's the Spurs who pull ahead, where Wemby is finally heading to the NBA Finals. Meeting him there would be Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, and the New York Knicks. And a championship for Wemby feels like it's written in the stars, as they completely outplay the Knicks for 6 games and look great as they hold a 3-2 lead. Wemby has a chance to bring a ring to San Antonio late in Game 6. Tie ball game. Wemby's first NBA final, hopefully of many. De'Aaron Fox has it. Screen is set from Wembanyama. Fox a 3. Wemby the rebound. Cat comes and sets a screen. Step back. Cat wide open. That's for the lead. Misses. De'Aaron Fox the rebound. Here he comes. Out to Keldon Johnson. Wemby on the cut. They find him. Wemby finishes. 2 big buckets for him to make it a 2-possession game. Out to Mikal Bridges. Trying to draw the foul. Misses. Chance for San Antonio to ice the game. New York might already be fouling. Yeah, they're not quite going to foul yet. Stephon Castle, that's a risky 3. He knocks it down, taking a 7-point lead. And so the Spurs are officially NBA champions, where at a young age of just 23 years old, he collects his first Finals MVP. After bringing home a ring for the city of San Antonio, the future is bright for Wemby and his team. And with this athletic attribute upgrade, it's official. Victor Wembanyama is now a 99 overall. He'll have to make the second round for an upgrade, where the dominance would only continue for Wemby as he continues to get better and better, not only on offense, but also on defense, passing 10,000 career points as he wins the MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year in 2028. And just like last season, the first round would be easy for this team, that some NBA fans are labeling as the next dynasty, taking out the Phoenix Suns in 5, and unfortunately due to a multitude of injuries, the Thunder are not prepared to stop Victor Wembanyama in his all-out prime, as they sweep the Thunder with ease. This year, it's going to be tough, though, going up against Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves once again, where Wemby wants his revenge on a trash-talking Ant, who beat him in his second season. The Spurs holding a 2-1 lead, where Ant will not give up late in Game 4. 111-111. San Antonio looking to take a 3-1 lead. The game is all tied up. Good pill-up from Keegan Murray as he misses. Out to Ant. See, Minnesota knows what's up. They have Ant have the ball at all times. Rob Dillingham taking it in. Tough shot is missed. Kick out to Wemby. His three-pointer draws the foul. I thought he was getting an and one on that one. Here's Julius Randle. Anthony Edwards with it. Driving in. Ant puts it in. Ties up the game. Here is Fox. Good pass into Vassell. Can't finish the layup, though. Jaden McDaniels retakes possession. And here he comes. Ant with it. Anthony Edwards steps it back. Drives inside. Back out to Julius Randle. Driving in on Keegan Murray. Draws the foul. Second free throws up as he misses one. Wemby kicks it out to Keegan Murray. Now it's Fox. Good pass into Keegan. Tough shot is good. San Antonio retakes the lead. Driving in on Castle. Great defense from Castle. 10 seconds. 9 seconds in the fourth quarter. One stop is all they need. Ant, 4 seconds. Driving in. Puts it up and misses. San Antonio takes a 3-1 lead. Whereas the Spurs go home, there's nothing Minnesota can do, as San Antonio's home crowd is on its feet and louder than ever. It would be a blowout that results in Wemby reaching his second NBA final. But this final round wouldn't be so easy. They got to play Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and the Celtics, where Wemby and the Spurs take a solid 3-2 lead and look great as they try to go back-to-back in Game 6. Spurs up 3, a chance to win a title. They go to Trayce Jackson-Davis, and Wemby is right there to stop him. Hit a big shot against the Timberwolves. Is he going to do it again? Wemby inside a free layup. Gets it to go. Tatum trying to take it by himself. He does, and he puts in a tough layup. Wemby wants it. But De'Aaron Fox takes it and puts it in. Tatum. Screen comes. His three-pointer is good. Jason Tatum is not going down without a fight. Oh, my God. Pritchard the steal. Chance for the Celtics to possibly take the lead or tie up the game. Tatum is going off single-handedly. Ties the game back up. Let Wemby go to work. Okay, De'Aaron Fox puts it in. 1 second separate shot clock and game clock. Tatum has it. Driving in. Great defense from Jackson Davis. Into Pritchard. Jackson Davis. Blocked by Wemby. Rebound Fox. 14 seconds in the fourth quarter. Last chance opportunity for the Celtics. Pritchard pulls a tough contested three. It's missed. Wemby grabs hold of the rebound. And so the Spurs are officially back-to-back NBA champions as the legend of Victor Wembanyama continues on a quest to becoming the best player of all time. We're at 25 years old and 2 rings on his finger. The possibilities are endless for Wemby. But unfortunately, this upgrade would do absolutely nothing because the Spurs are already the best team in the West. In order to gain an upgrade, they must three-peat in the finals. And if you had any doubts about Wemby being the best player in the world, I think we can erase them because he continues to get better and better, averaging the most points of his career and taking home the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year once again. This year, we would see the Spurs squad at their absolute peak. De'Aaron Fox cutting up the defense, and Stephon Castle really settling into his role as a second scoring option. The question every sports fan is asking is, can this team three-peat in the NBA Finals as they dominate the Grizzlies and continue to run through a strong Western Conference beating the Jazz, where not even a prime Cooper and the Mavs have any answer for who many are calling the most dominant player of all time, rematching Brunson, Cat, and the Knicks. And while this New York team fights incredibly hard, taking the series to 6, this time there wouldn't be a close Game 6. And it's official. Victor Wembanyama has three-peated in the NBA Finals and has made the Spurs a dynasty. With 3 rings on his finger, most would be satisfied. But not Wemby. He is hungry for more. And we do have a solid upgrade that makes this 7'5" superstar even more athletic. The Spurs need to do the unthinkable. 4-peat for an upgrade. Where with the way Victor Wembanyama is playing, the impossible might just be possible. Because for a 3rd time in a row, he is the Defensive Player of the Year and an MVP. So the talk all around the sports world is, can this Spurs team 4-peat in the NBA Finals? Something that hasn't been done since the 1960s Celtics as they cruise through the Rockets and continue to ball out, making their first 2 rounds look easy, like usual with the win versus the Lakers. But this year wouldn't be as easy as you would think, because Shai and Chet are looking for revenge and are determined to spoil the party in San Antonio. Where with the pressure on them, the Spurs go down 3-2, and the Thunder have a chance to end the dynasty late in Game 6. 4-point game. OKC is looking to end the dynasty in San Antonio. De'Aaron Fox driving in on Shai. Tough bucket is good. Screen comes 4 seconds here. Out to Jalen Williams in the corner. That's a tough shot. It's missed. Just under a minute remaining now. Stolen by SGA. Unfortunate stuff here. De'Aaron Fox kick out to Chet. Now Jalen Williams falls down. Misses. Chet Holmgren gets a putback slam. 1 second separate shot clock and game clock. Here's Fox. His 3-pointer to keep them in the game is missed. Maybe they should have passed it to Wemby. And so it's official. The unbelievable run that the Spurs won on is officially coming to an end. Where after losing in the conference finals, Wemby is devastated. And things would get worse, as we have our first downgrade of the video, hurting his athletic badges, dropping him to a 98 overall. They need to make a 4th final in 5 years for an upgrade, where MVP fatigue might just be a thing, because even though Wemby does pass 15,000 career points, he is unable to win another MVP. But the team is still really good, dominating the Lakers in round 1, but unfortunately, Shai has their number now, as they lose to the Thunder in back-to-back years, where after another unsuccessful season, Wemby drops to a 97 overall, where we land on the worst downgrade on the entire wheel. Wemby is losing an entire season to injury, and without Wembanyama, this challenge is quite literally impossible. Whereas he sits on the bench all season, the only good news is that Castle has a huge season, making his first All-NBA team. Unfortunately, though, unable to carry the squad to the playoffs. As Wemby returns from injury, he remains at a 97, where sadly his rebounding will take a hit, and he is now officially a 96 overall. All the Spurs need to do is make round 2 to get back on track. Where after coming back from injury, Wemby is definitely not the same, but still one of the best players in the world as they sweep the Lakers, facing off versus Cooper Flag and the Dallas Mavericks. And it doesn't get much closer than this, with the series all tied up at 2 apiece. And the tie must break late in Game 5. Wemby finally back in the playoffs after going missing in action for a couple seasons. The team does look very different than when it used to. Wemby has Zion on him. That's why I don't know why they're not just going into Wemby. Wemby, a tough shot and misses. Here comes Yisafu. Good pass into Cooper Flag. It's stolen by the Spurs. Here they come. Perkins. Stolen by Flag. Right back. Cooper with it. Stolen again by Wemby. It's a defensive showcase here in Dallas. Wemby does have Cooper Flag on him. This would be a great time to give it to him. Wemby sets a screen and fades. Castle puts in the floater, tying up the game. Murray inside. Tough bucket is missed. Wemby grabs hold of the rebound. Tie game. Saint Superi, whoever this guy is. There's a lot of creative players at this point. It's another steal. What is up with all these turnovers? Here comes Flag all the way for the layup. Fourth quarter shot with 15 seconds here. Wemby sets a screen. Crow, good pass out to Victor for the lead. Puts it in. Victor Wembanyama takes the lead. No timeouts for Dallas. Here comes Gilliard. Tough shot is missed. And the Spurs take a 3-2 lead. In Game 6, it seems like Wemby is finally starting to play like his old self, cutting through defenders and dunking at will, finally finding themselves back in the conference finals. And the rivalry continues. They got to beat Shai Gilgeous and the Thunder, where once again, this Thunder team seems to have figured out Wemby and the Spurs, as OKC hold a 3-2 lead. But this time, the Spurs won't give up late in Game 6. Crow Jr., 1-point game here. OKC up 3-2 and looking to take out the Spurs once again. Kick out Baldwin Jr., wide open three-pointer as he misses. Chet Holmgren. Tough shot, draws the foul. Missing a free throw. Wemby wants it and he gets it. 3 seconds. What Chet wants to do. Time to save the day, Wembanyama. To tie up the game. Tough bucket is missed. Here's Chet. Kick out. This guy in the corner for 3. Nails it. Here are the Spurs now. I think they're running a play for Wemby. It's going to be a screen from Victor Wembanyama and roll. They find him, but throw a turnover. Transfer the Thunder to ice the game. He's going to go all the way for a layup. This guy is a beast. And so the Oklahoma City Thunder are wiping out the Spurs for a 3rd time in 4 years. We're at 30 years old. We are sadly losing time if we want Wemby to end his career as the GOAT. Luckily, we do have an upgrade, helping Wemby's athleticism, where he is back at a 97 overall. He must make the conference finals for an upgrade, where 2034 would officially mark the beginning of Victor Wembanyama's second prime, passing 20,000 career points and putting up his best single-season averages, and is back to being the best player in the world. This year, he wants revenge on the entire NBA, though, for doubting him, taking down Houston in 6 and cruising to back-to-back conference finals with a dominant sweep over the Trailblazers. But this year, it wouldn't be OKC. It would be Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves. And it's clear Wemby has a lot less issues playing this Wolves team as opposed to the Thunder, where San Antonio takes a 3-2 lead and have a chance to finally get back in the finals. Here we go. Tie game, 112. Carter, mid-range, is missed. 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining in this one. Anthony Edwards with it. It's stolen by Wemby. He plays unbelievable defense throughout this entire video. Give it to Wemby. Let him go to work. Wemby sets a screen and rolls. Easy pass into him for a slam dunk and a 2-point lead. Here's Anthony Edwards. Under 1 minute remaining and down 2. We've seen a lot of battles between Ant and Wemby. They have all been fun. Kick out for 3 is good. The lead is back in Minnesota's hands. Out to Bryant. His three-pointer now. Bang! The threes are raining down in Minnesota. Trying to take it in. It's not really working. It's just not working. As he puts it in, I guess it does work. Please give it to Wemby. Okay, is this guy going to take the last shot? I don't know if I like this. That's a tough shot. It's good! San Antonio takes a 2-point lead. And the Spurs are heading back to the NBA Finals. This year, facing Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons, where Wemby is hungry and determined to prove all the doubters wrong as he takes a 3-1 lead. The Pistons, though, will not give up late in Game 5. Wemby sets a screen and rolls, and it's stolen. Here comes Jaylen Brown down the other end, has made his way onto the Detroit Pistons. Cade in the corner for 3, misses. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Wemby sets a screen, kick out. Big time three-pointers missed. Wemby tries to tip it with no success. Here comes Jaylen Brown. Back to Jaylen Brown. 2 pump fakes. Back out to Dylan Harper. His three-pointer misses. Wemby the rebound. Big possession here for San Antonio. They're going to hold it down to the last shot. It better be Wemby taking this last shot. I don't care if last time it worked without him. 5 seconds. It's going to be this guy taking the last shot again. That's not going in. That's way too tough of a shot. This game is going to overtime. Overtime would see no one able to take a lead. Here's Stephon Castle. Holmes, his three-pointer. Bang! Might just be the icing on the cake for San Antonio. It's almost stolen by Wemby. Wemby does pick him up, but the layup is still good. Still a 2-possession lead, though, for San Antonio. Wemby, a screen, and rolls. That's a terrible pass. They keep trying to force the pass into Wemby. It's just not working. Dylan Harper now all the way to the basket for a slam dunk. Good defense from Cade Cunningham. 8 seconds here. Picks up his dribble. Tough shot is missed. And a chance for the Pistons to possibly tie up the game. In the post. Puts it in. Forces his way up, and it's now a 1-point game. 6 seconds separate shot clock and game clock. A chance for San Antonio to ice the game. Wemby sets a screen and fades. Why is this guy always taking the last shots? He does draw the foul. One stop and the Spurs are NBA champions, or at least no threes. That's a crazy shot. Tough shot. Misses. San Antonio retains possession. And so Wemby is back in the winner's circle, claiming his 4th title at just 31 years old. As he collects his 4th ring, this one is special to him, as he rises back to a 99 overall, where we do have a great upgrade that gives us a random player rated 85 to 99, where the random number generator gives us access to a 92 overall. It's between Anthony Edwards or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Let's add Ant to the roster, meaning there's a brand new duo in San Antonio. In order to gain an upgrade, he needs an in-season award. And clearly, this duo is still gaining chemistry and trying to figure it all out, as they both easily make All-NBA teams. Where playing against the Wolves would be an emotional matchup for Ant, who takes them out in this 6-game series. But like I said, the chemistry is just not all the way there. Luckily, in the offseason, this duo starts to figure each other out. However, we do have a downgrade on Wemby's defensive badges, dropping him to a 98 overall. They need to win a ring for an upgrade. Where in 2036, Wemby is back, taking home yet another MVP. And this time, there is no doubt that this duo knows how to play with each other, playing the Timberwolves yet again and completely dominating them, and sweep the Clippers with ease. This year playing Cooper and the Mavericks, where as expected the Thunder hold a solid 2-1 lead and have a chance to go up 3-1 late in Game 4. Our first time watching Ant and Wemby lace them up together. How is this one going to go down? Ant in the post, trying to body his way up and in. Tough shot from Anthony Edwards. Trying to take it in. Ant playing some great defense. That's a nice pass for an easy layup. But that's okay. We can watch Ant go to work. Wemby trying to cut inside. Ant gets free. Misses. Back out to Keontae George. Is stolen by Anthony Edwards. All the way for a slam dunk. Here's Sarr. 1-point game. 8 seconds separate shot clock and game clock. Ant trying to lock him up. Driving in. Good defense from Ant. Forces it up and in. Dallas has a 1-point lead. 14 seconds on the clock. Anthony Edwards with it. 9 seconds here. Is he taking this big shot? I think he is. Ant all the way. Bodies his way up. It's blocked. No timeouts for San Antonio, meaning this game is unfortunately out of reach as Dallas ties up the series. But as the Spurs go home, they assert dominance with Wemby balling out and taking a 3-2 lead. And he has a chance to reach the finals late in Game 6. Cooper flag at the line. I believe this is to make it it's to make it a 6-point game. Pretty big lead, but the Spurs still have to close it out. Stephon Castle with it. Here is Crow Jr. That might be the icing on the cake. It's a 9-point lead. Picks up his dribbler, back outside to Cooper. Screen is set. Now it's France in the corner. Misses. And I think that might be game. And so Wemby and Anthony Edwards are heading to their first NBA final together, playing a 76er team that is nowhere near on this duo in San Antonio's level, going up 3-1 and shutting them down in 5, where Victor Wembanyama is now a 5-time NBA champion, tying Kobe Bryant. With 5 rings on his finger, some feel he is already the GOAT, but I think he still has a lot to prove. Where he does get a solid upgrade, that really does nothing because Wemby is already a 99 overall. In order to gain another upgrade, he needs to make the conference finals. Whereas Wemby passes 25,000 career points, he personally does not care about individual accolades. He wants to tie Michael Jordan with 6 rings. But first, they need to beat SGA and the Thunder for one last time. The duo in San Antonio balling out and holding a 3-2 lead. But Shai is not giving up late in Game 6. Here's SGA, 1-point game. The rivalry runs deep between these two teams in this simulation. Shai gets to the basket, missing the layup. Here's Wemby now. Getting a little older, but still dominant. And that's a bad pass. Step back. Obviously can't shoot over SGA. Great defense from Wemby to stop Shai. Here's Anthony Edwards now. Taking it and gets his defender leaning. Drives all the way and draws the foul. Screen is set from Chet. All the way back out. Chet wide open mid-range is too easy. We're back to a 1-point game. Wemby comes and sets a big screen. That's a big 3. Anthony Edwards nails it. Behind the back, crossover, another step back, taking it in. He's gonna get a free slam dunk. Back out to this guy. Now it's Carrington. Shai on the perimeter. Back to him. Contested three-pointer is good. OKC keeping themselves in the game. Missing a free throw. Still a little bit of time for the full court heave. And the Spurs are headed back to the NBA Finals. This year playing Tyrese Haliburton and the Pacers. We're in the finals. It wouldn't be as easy as you'd think. The Pacers fighting hard. However, the favorites do prove they are a better team, holding a 3-2 lead, where Wemby can tie MJ late in Game 6. Stephon Castle with the Haliburton is on this Pacer team. He's old, but his team is really solid. Stephon Castle into Ant. Tough bucket is good. Haliburton has it. 1 minute and 28 seconds left in this game. A chance for Wemby to win a 6th title as Haliburton gets a nice midi. Step back. Driving in. Back out to Lusakunu. Wemby sets a big body screen and fades. Big time three-pointer. Bang! Victor Wembanyama might have just iced it. And so Victor Wembanyama is now a 6-time NBA champion, tying Michael Jordan. And while Wemby is happy with another ring at 35, he knows if he can win one more, he is the unanimous GOAT of the NBA. Where we do have an upgrade helping his athletic badges, which is helpful for an aging Wembanyama. In our final challenge, he needs to make the finals, where even though Wemby is clearly getting older, he still is very dominant, entering the top 10 in all-time points where he passes Kevin Durant, while Ant continues to ball out, helping him out, stopping the Trailblazers in 5, where nowadays, this deep into the video, the Western Conference is weak, as the Spurs run through it with ease, barely breaking a sweat on the way to a 3rd NBA final in a row. But the quest to becoming the GOAT wouldn't be so easy. Meeting him there would be Cade Cunningham and the Pistons, where Wemby doesn't care about his age. He has never been more determined to win his 7th ring, holding a 3-2 lead, with a chance at becoming the GOAT in Game 6. 5-point game and a chance for Wemby to become the greatest player of all time. Cade Cunningham driving in. Great defense from Stephon Castle as he misses the layup. Here comes Ant. Ant behind the back. It's stolen by Ware. Here comes Gatling. At this point, there are so many creative players, but Cade is not going down without a fight. Wemby coming off the screen. Picks up his dribble. Forces it up and misses. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Screen comes. That's for the tie. No good. A chance for the Spurs to ice again. Castle all the way for a slam dunk. It's a 5-point lead in San Antonio. And so it's official. Victor Wembanyama is now the greatest player of all time. We're at 36. Wemby has truly completed basketball. In our final upgrade, he gets an addition to his dribbling, and now really only cares about the all-time scoring list, as he passes Wilt Chamberlain, but with age, his motivation really isn't there, losing in a tough 6-game series. Whereas Ant retires, Wemby questions how long he will stay in the NBA. For the first time in years, not making an All-NBA team, but passes Dirk on the all-time scoring list, where at 38, he announces his final dance, finishing his career passing MJ and entering the top 5 in all-time scoring. and retires as a 7-time champion, 6-time MVP, and number 5 on the all-time scoring list. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and check out the 2 videos on the screen right now.